Hey, Renegade Nation, welcome in. Day 5 Stitzer. We got rain on the horizon. We got one field of grass down. We got one that's down and raked. So let's jump in here. I want to see if we can get this other field raked, get everything baled, get it out of the field before the rain hits. Figure we got a couple more days in this month. We can still get the crops planted, but I kind of want to get this off the ground before the rain hits. So without further ado, let's get to the farm. Here we be. Hey, Brand, how are you doing? Welcome in. Yep, here we go. We're going to rake again. I'm going to be real honest. I don't care a whole lot for this field. It's just too much of a hill. It's a major pain in the butt. The other one ain't near as bad. We got to slow down a little bit on this stuff here. I can't see, I can't control it. Oh, wow. So how's your Wednesday been so far, bud? Has it been more like a Wednesday or sorry, more like a Monday or more like a Friday? I may have got a little bit tight to trees too. Get these first few passes in and get away from the trees, life gets a little bit better. Hey, Mom A, how are you doing? Trying something a little bit new. Wow, hey, I never noticed that. Look at that rake. Wow. Oh. Yeah, this is going to be fun. Been good so far. I've got a lot of things done around the house I needed to get done, had on a work list or what have you. I feel a little sense of accomplishment. I have the oldest granddaughter here right now, which is really strange that she drove down. But she's got to go over to her other grandma's. I guess she's having knee replaced, and she's got to go over to feed the dogs and what have you. And I don't know. I know Mama was going to try to get her to come back and spend the night down here because Mama wants to get her hair colored for the fair. And she said that she does a really good job of that. Hey, Faber, how are you doing? Hey, Faber, I kind of cleaned that up a little bit. I took what you had and what you sent me. I took what was kind of in there from some others that I saw, and just kind of tried to clean it up a little bit. I think it looks a lot better. But I definitely appreciate what you did. Thank you for that. Slow but sure, we're getting this all figured out. See if he'll stay running straight long enough for me to hit that button right there. And then I gotta hit this button right here. There we go. Nope, you get back up there. You get up here. And we're still in the field. So that John Deere planter we had in here had all the multiple, I shouldn't say John Deere planter, the soybean planter that had all the multiple boxes and everything. We got it in this field right here to my right, and I'm going to be honest, it was bad. We were going back through and fixing, and I mean it was a total disaster. I thought I had FS25 in there. Down in the bottom, I should have Farming Simulator 25. I should have SF25. And I should have both the same for 22 also. Did I miss that and not catch it? Yeah, mine's a template you can Matevi? I don't know what that means. I know I missed quite a bit coming around this outside pass, so I'm going to kind of try to see if I can't get some of the stuff I missed. Me and my daggone OCD. Thought I missed stuff right up here. Maybe I didn't. No links for... Yeah, I got links in there. I got links for the digital copy and the other copy. That's actually the only 2 links I've even got from Farm Sim right now. Is those 2 right there. Yeah, I could have swore I had that in there. That was the most important one because I'm fighting hard. I want to achieve that silver membership, I'm sorry, silver partnership. I want that something fierce, and I'm missing stuff. Come on, dude, watch what you're doing. But you know, I'll be honest, we're a ways away, but we're also a ways away from the game dropping, you know, so I've never given up on anything in my life. I'm definitely not gonna give up on that tonight. Hey Max, how are you doing, buddy? Welcome in. We're trying something different. We're gonna try to go in the daytime and see. Right now I'm throwing times out there. I'm doing crazy stuff, just trying to see what works best. That's kind of what I've got going on, and we'll get it figured out. You know, I know I've got a lot of people in EOS that's been on me saying, hey, you need to do shorts and use clips from the other place and what have you, and I want to do that. The thing is, I really need a CX to give me a hand with that. I am not the most technical person you've ever met, but the way he will sit down with me and kind of do it and show me, and then have me do the next one, and I can learn and I can do it that way. You know, I've watched some YouTube videos, and I'm going to be honest, I cannot figure it out. I know there's a program that CX sent me that goes right into OBS, and it supposedly makes it very easy. Well, once I understand how to use that program, it may be a good deal for me. You know, it's just kind of like Lumia Stream was. You know, I just kind of have a pretty good grasp on it. It's all brand new to me, but there's still a couple things that I would like Lumia to do. I know that it'll do them. I just got to figure out how to make it do them. But in time we'll get there. You know, Rome wasn't built in a day, and this isn't just going to poof and hit every goal we ever had in a day either. I know that. Takes time. You know, I know the constant streams and that probably isn't the 100% best way to reach my goals, but I'll tell you, I got to start somewhere, and it looks to me like the more time that I can spend on here, just I'm on here, I want to farm anyway. I want to come in, I want to play the game, so why not go live and see if we can't rack some hours up. I mean, we got to get quite a few hours here on YouTube to make this work, and to me it looks like the watch time on live streaming, it appears to count. I am trying. I don't understand on one place, on the 5 streams we've done, it says that we've got over 200 hours logged in here of watch time, but then you go down to the bottom where it shows you where you're at in the 4,000 required, and it's showing me the number 8. And it does say that it can take a week for live stream numbers to get in there, so I don't know if, oh, come on, Bessie. I don't know if that's what's going on, or I picked you up, dude, or if there's something that I'm missing here. I don't know. So I mean, as I said, it's all a learning experience for me, and in time we'll get her figured out. Well, and I will say this, it's a lot nicer having this tractor and a little more horsepower. Come on, how am I missing this stuff? That front reel does not like to pick up. But it's a lot nicer having this tractor here, you know, on the rake, on the different things, because that 1206 has got plenty of power to pull this thing. But for some reason, it may be just the hills that are in this field. You get in these hills and it just, you're done. You cannot pull them. So I think we're gonna, I missed a whole bunch more. This is what's so bad about OCD, folks. This is horrible. Okay, so let's throw this out here. Now we're going to turn around. We're going to go back the other direction, and we're just going to try to make this just one nice big pile here. So now, Faber, I don't know that this will work, but no, it don't. Oh, yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. Looky there. I put it on my Stream Deck. I had a rough time getting my YouTube account to hook into the Stream Deck. It's saying that I have 2 YouTube accounts, and I don't. I've got one. I don't know if maybe I used an old email address back when I was doing the snowmobile stuff. That is showing as a second one. Another question I have for you, Faber. So I keep getting people telling me, hey, you've only got 2 videos on your YouTube. So under videos, it shows 2. But then when you go to live, it shows all this other stuff. And people don't go to live, they just look to videos. And maybe on a phone, maybe that's all you can do. My question is, how can I set this up where these show up in the videos part of YouTube? There's got to be a way that you can do it, and I'm unaware of how to do it. You know, another question I have about YouTube: do you run a camera or do you not? I've always been told on YouTube, don't run a camera. But then I see some people that are doing this and they're running a camera. I see some people that aren't running a camera. I don't know what would be best. I mean, I've got the 922. I don't have the Sony on here. My live streams are sorted under live streams, and videos will be under videos. So there is no way to move what we did here over so that it shows up under videos and people can see it, because I know that's not helping me any. If people don't go in and look at the other ones. But no, I've definitely got the cameras. I can hit buttons and turn them on, turn them off. I can, you know, do whatever I want to do, whatever I need to do. A lot of learning experience here. You know, I'm liable to run a couple and do nothing but run. I'm going to play a fast one right here. but run a couple streams with cameras, run a couple without cameras, you know, just to try to see if something does better than something else. You can re-upload them as a video, I guess. I mean, if there's a way to do that, I think that would be beneficial, because stores automatic live streams and you could download it and upload it as a video. The reason I'm asking is it isn't just one or two people that said it. It's multiple people said, hey, I go on your YouTube and you've only got 2 videos. Well, the 2 videos that it's showing are the old snowmobile video that I put together for, when me and my son were in Michigan. I think that, that may have been his first trip to the UP. So I mean, granted, that video means a lot to me, but I'll tell you, I knew nothing about putting a video together at that point in my life. I still don't. I don't understand how all this works. You know, I'm very, very new to all this. I'll be honest, had it not been for CX, I would have never even went on Twitch. You know, I saw somebody streaming, and he actually showed me that, and I did. I really enjoyed it. But the thing is, I thought, wow, that looks like so much fun. But I didn't feel that I had what it took to figure it out. And he's like, oh, that's easy. And he sits right down and he goes to town, and it's like, holy crap, you know. And he learned all this stuff just watching videos and stuff like that. He is able to sit down and do that. I'm not. I've never been able to do that. I watch a YouTube video and I'm liable to have to watch it 4 or 5 times to figure it out. The basics I've mastered, but I've got. See, and that's where, I mean, that's all I want. I'm not looking to go absolutely nuts. Would I like to be able to put out a well-produced video? Yeah, I'd like every video I ever did to be a well-produced video. You know, when I look at the other channel, I'm always trying to make it look and make it feel like a TV show, per se. I want you to almost feel like you're watching a TV show when you come in. It's a production. I mean, I have learned that there's a lot of folks that are in there because they, oh Lord have mercy, apparently it never picked up. I said I was going to change this side panel today, and I haven't done it yet. I'm 99% sure when I do it'll save all my keybinds, but that's only 99% sure. If it does not save all the keybinds, then I've got problems. Now you see why I'm not real happy with this field. So we know there's going to be a huge hot fix on this map, and it's going to require a new game save. And I'm going to tell you this, in that new game save, what we've got here, a lot of the things we've done here, we will not do in the next one. Absolutely, positively not. This has been crazy. This field here will not be owned. I promise you that. This is a, well, it isn't just this, and it's the field beside it too. a great big W-shaped field, and it is really, really rough to try to get everything in there that you need. The planter did not want to plant. Did not want to plant at all. Upsy daisy. Come on, I've picked you up twice. This is going to be a disaster down here trying to bail this. We about got this end knocked out. Just think then we get to go down to the other end and it's bigger yet. There we go. There's that end. We'll be happy with what we got there. See if we can make this end any better than what we just did there. I think I'm going to do the same way I did the outside there. Can we blame Coburn for the mess? Brent, we can blame Coburn. I got no problem blaming him. He's at work right now. He works at home technical support, so he's setting out the PC, and he said he's able to do that, and he's able to pull Farm Sim up and play it some. You know, he's got a little personal map that he's able to play in between calls and that at work, and I thought, man, that's pretty slick. I've never had a job I could do that. I've had jobs that I could pull tabs up on people and watch them, but I've never had anything that I could actually play a game. If I'd have moved the PlayStation out to work, my God, I'd you know, because that's what I started on. Had I moved that out to work, I'd have never got anything done. Hey, yo. Yeah, Faber, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm in the same exact boat, bud. I've got some issues with my back. I got some issues with my legs. And, you know, going down and helping Mom at the fair yesterday, I'm telling you, it took a lot out of me. But, you know, I know that there is no ands, ifs, or buts about it. This is her Super Bowl, and I promised her that I would do everything that I possibly could to help her, you know, get through. And I think we had a pretty good day yesterday. We got quite a bit done. Not everything by any means. I mean. Her getting set up for this is a 4-day affair. Schwoke asked me last night, he's like, hey, did you and Mama get finished? Not even close. Not even close. But, you know, it's just, it's one of them that, you know, she's gonna get to do this. You just can't fathom what percent of her sales for the year either happen at the county fair or from orders that she takes from the county fair. I did phone tech support and played online while helping them. Boss just laughed at me. That would be, Mom, I'd love to try to be able to do something like that. Hey, John Franks, how are you doing, buddy? Welcome in. But, you know, it's, I don't know, when I get out to the farm, you know, the IRL stuff, and when it comes time for, you know, the heavy duty maintenance and that, you know, you don't understand what I used to be able to go out and knock out, you know, one day, poof, done. I can't do that anymore. I go out and it is a major challenge, and I'm always trying to have someone there with me. It's actually multi-purpose, you know, having that second hand is a big help, but you know, I don't want to get out there and have something, you know, have my legs go out, have my back go out, what have you. I go down and I lay out there for a day and a half, you know, which granted, I don't think I'd lay there that long. I think Mama would realize I didn't come back from the farm before that. But, you know, for safety's sake, I like having that person there. I am going to change my maintenance routine on the planter this year. I have always went out and basically tore each row unit pretty much down and make sure that everything's running right and then put it back together. Well, why am I doing that? In all honesty, I can go out and I can look at how that thing planted this year. And I got a couple rows that are a little bit of a challenge. There's 3 of them. From the right-hand side of the planter, it's rows 6, 10, and 12. So why don't I go out and go to those rows and let's fix them. Let's make them run right, because the rest of the planter worked fine. If I've got 21 rows that are working right, why am I trying to redo all 20, or I'm sorry, I got 20 rows working right. It's a 23 row planter. Why am I going and trying to remake the wheel when the rest of it runs fine? Basically you help someone fix it by walking them through and troubleshooting. Oh, I missed some. See, now my problem there, Mama A, you have the technical skill to do that. I don't. It would be a lot of learning, and I know that in dealing with technical support in the past at other jobs, there were some people, and you could tell who you had on the phone when the call started, but you had some people that they were reading it from a script, and you had some people that actually had a clue as to what they were doing, and it wasn't hard to figure out who you had on the phone. I would be the guy that's reading everything from a script. Well, try this, what happened? Okay, then try this, what happened? And I enjoyed so much more working with somebody that actually had a clue what they were doing. I don't mean PCs, farm machinery help. Someone, hold on here, I missed something here. Oh, so on the farm machinery side of things, I guess there's not, well, I'm sitting here saying there's not much of a market. I'm not a certified mechanic by any means. So on the farm, this could sound kind of stupid, but I would be what you would call a backyard mechanic. There's a lot of ways that I'll go to fix something. Is it 100% proper by the book of how it was supposed to be fixed? Nope, not at all. But it's fixed and it works. And you know, my way of fixing them was, I don't really want to use the word hillbilly, but You know, I prefer to call it backyard shade tree mechanic type deal. You know, you may not always have, so when I had a hydraulic line blow on the planter, you know, we were down, dead in the water. So a lot of people is going to go out, they're going to go and get a new hydraulic line made and do all that stuff. I went to the drill, pulled a hydraulic line off the drill, put it on the planter. It was about 4 foot too long, but you know what? At least it wasn't too short. And we were planting in an hour. You know, we wasn't fiddling around with anything else. I've heard it called shade tree mechanics. But well, I'll tell you what. Now when you get into that, Mama A, you actually get into a lot of stuff where you really need to go out and look at the situation, look at what's going on. I've had people, you know, growers say, hey, I saw this, and they'll send me a picture of it on their phone. And they sent a good picture. The picture truly does not do any justice to what's going on in the field a lot. You really need to go out and look at that in person. I was interested in looking at that, you know, basically just a crop advisor type role. Get some people to sign in underneath me and give me some acres to take care of, and I would just take care of them all year. You know, I'd keep the fields walked, stay on top of things. Hey, you need to spray. Hey, we got some insects coming in. Hey, we got, you know, stuff like that. And I was looking into that, but you know, so much of that, it involves being able to do a lot of walking and stuff like that. Back in the day when I first broke into this business, I would have loved to have had a Fitbit at that time and tracked how many acres I would walk in a day, because there was a lot of them. You fixed it farmer style is what we say here. I think the best thing I've heard is shade tree mechanic. You know, am I a real mechanic? No, not by any means. I'm not going to tell anybody I am. If there is a situation, I do feel that I've got some common sense, and I can get through a lot of stuff, you know, just figuring it out that way. Kind of the, I don't know, if you don't have to go and buy that $60 part, if there's a way that you can make it work without that brand new part, you know, you got some folks out here that are $1 million farmers. They you know, when they have a problem, just call the dealer. You know, bring the dealer out. Well, when we had problems with the Kinsey, as far as, you know, that's the Kinsey's a planter, and we could not get it to open up. We couldn't get the markers to do anything. I mean, there was definitely an issue. I honestly thought the issue was a hydraulic issue. So that's over my head. I've never dealt with them before. I don't know how to do that. Will never say that I know how to do that. And I had to call the dealer. That bill there was right around $1,000, you know, and he wasn't there very long. When we had to call out, so on the John Deere, we had a slight problem with the tractor, and it wasn't a big deal, or I didn't think it was a big deal. That bill there was $1,700. So I've had a $1,700 bill on it. I'm thinking that Kinsey was like $800. So I've had $2,500 in bills on equipment this year, you know, and we haven't even touched the combine. Are we going to have any problems with it? I don't know. Fingers crossed we don't, but you never know what could happen. You know, I've seen, I don't know, a lot of people will mention big time farmers that are doing a lot on YouTube. Hey, did you see what happened here? And it's like, I'm gonna be honest, I respect them folks, but I generally don't watch a whole lot. You know, I wasn't born with all that nice fancy equipment. I don't have auto steer. I got to turn with my hand. You know, I don't have all that. So if you ask me, am I a little jealous of what they've got? Yeah, I am. I'd love to have that. I'd love to have new, nice, shiny green paint, red paint, silver paint, yellow paint. I don't care at this point in the game. I'd take anything like that. But that's just not an opportunity or an option for me. Hey, I am really... so this field, or this farm, this whole farm, I can tell you this. After the hot fix, we will not own this farm. Absolutely, positively will not. Oh, I never picked a dang thing up. We will not own this farm. It is a borderline pain in the butt. But outside of that, yes, I am really enjoying this map. Now, a lot of this could be I don't do grass. I don't do animals. And a lot of it could be that side of things. You know, me doing that stuff now could be a huge part of it. We're gonna go in tractor and go through the woods. We're gonna get back up to the house. See, it's supposed to rain at 3 o'clock in game, so I'm doing what I can to try to get this grass picked up. And that we're on 3-day months, so I've got plenty of time to get the beans and corn planted. Well, Mac Power, what I'm doing, I'm just kind of throwing darts at a dartboard right now, I guess is the easiest way to say it, and try to figure out what does work, what doesn't work. I know I need to get this shorts thing figured out, and CX said he'd help me as soon as you know, things in school slowed down some. He just started, so I want to let that happen, and let him help me start getting some shorts on. Let him start helping me get some of this stuff on, and once I get that stuff going, I know what you're doing. What do you? Oh. Okay, yeah, so I mean, that's kind of the thought. I need to get some of that figured out, you know, but for right now, we're just going to continue to throw darts at the dartboard here and see what sticks, I guess. You know, we will find times that that work better than others. We'll find days that work better than others. We got a lot of that going on. So we got the tractors just setting right now. That one right there, that field will go to corn. The first one we pass is going to be beans. Testing the waters. Exactly. That's exactly what we're doing. You know, what does work, what doesn't work, we'll figure it out. We got us a fair amount of wool over there on that trailer. You know, another thing I'm going to have to do here is I'm going to have to get the yard mowed, try to get the lane mowed. Kind of wanted to get the crops in first, and then we'll jump on that. Do I have? Yep, I sure do. I got the mower in front of the baler. And I've been trying to play this in a little more realistic. I mean, I generally try to play realistic for the most part, but I've been, you know, we really haven't used super strength in here. You know, we're using, we bought forks for the front end loader, so we have forks and bale fork for it. I'm still not sure about the sprayer. Oh, I may have hit the back of the barn. I've thought hard about getting rid of that sprayer back there because we all know it's junk, and maybe just doing the co-op angle on things and having the co-op do the spraying, the spreading the fertilizer, that stuff. I guess So it sounds to me like with the hot fix and everything, it sounds to me like the you're going to have to run that fertilized buggy in here to do your P&K. And what I'd like to do is just see exactly what happened in the XML to let that happen, and then maybe taking you know, a couple of our trailers and stuff like that, so that we can do the same thing with it too. You know, use some other trucks and what have you. Truck spreaders. I've actually received a couple of comments about, hey, I like how you put that little lane through the woods. It doesn't look as good right now without it being mowed down. But when it's mowed down, it does. It looks pretty nice. I'm going to go knock that backfield out first. We're just moving right along here. Kind of hoping that was where I was supposed to go in at. I really don't want to get too much in this field. This field over here to my left it is planted into corn. Okay, so let's see what we got here. Let's get her unfolded. We'll grab me a drink of water while we're getting this thing ready. I got a gallon jug of water I'm drinking out of. I was filling my water bottles today and I only had 3 to fill, and it takes 4 bottles to empty the gallon out. Yeah, I wouldn't even be able to pull this in this field with that 1206. I'm in low range with a 1466 trying to get this baler up this hill here. This is a heck of a hill. There's low 3. There went our first bale. Something else that we're interested in doing in this game or in this playthrough is I'm very interested to know how much can we sell these bales for. We're not sure how the math works out as to how he's got it put together. But if we can't get hardly anything out of the bales selling them, we don't really need to mow as much as we have been, because I mean, truthfully, there's no sense of spending a bunch of time down here doing stuff like this if you're not going to make money from it. If it turns out being the one direction, there's not a whole lot of money to be made with the bales. But if you can make decent money with them, then I want to do it. You know, I want to bale a couple times a year and sell the bales. Well, but here's my problem. That come up the other day. I don't have the money to purchase something to buy the equipment I need to do silage. I just don't have that money. We've got a $2 million loan out right now, and it's got us pushed to the limits, to say the least. To get the land bought we needed. One thing that's going to be interesting. So all of this back here, this is all cash rented. So my question is going to be, when we go to do the math back here, are we making enough money between the field to my right and here to cover the cash rent? I mean, if we're not going to make money doing this, we're going to give this up. We won't farm it. We'll just do our own farm. Yeah, to wrap the bales, it takes equipment to do that. You have to buy a bale wrapper. I'm going to be honest. I don't have enough money to get myself through to harvest right now. We're struggling with where we're at. You know, if we had some spare money, it is something that I would be interested in. Wow, this is just. This is crazy. What do you mean, oh no, what happened? Low one. See, I cannot pull it up in low 2, and I've got it lifted up. That's how bad this hill is. You know, we get a little more land underneath us, and this here is liable to go to a pasture of some sort. Hey, got to put the baler down there, buddy. I'm not interested in fiddle farting around. I'll tell you what really gets rough out here is when I go to start trying to load the bales up. When you don't have, you know, my side panel doesn't work well, which I've got another one. I just haven't flipped it over yet. But with it not working proper, and then the tractor that has the bale forks on it really is borderline on having the power to do that. It is it's a challenge, you know. Plus you're on the hill. I think I learned last night the way for me to run that. The way for me to run that is to do a single bale at a time. This double bale thing isn't going to cut it. Yeah. I really should be cranking up my speed right here. We'll have this end done, and we'll be down to focus on the other end. I've still got to bale the other field yet, and then we got to get out here and pick everything up. Hey, action. Let's put the baler down. Try to have a little more speed going into that one. Down. Oops, hit the wrong button. That was my fault. But come on, you can do more than low one. Apparently we're going to be in low gear. Not a way around it right now. I'll probably play this after layoff. I use the 50-55 series like Sean. Gotcha. How close are you to layoff right now? I know I've asked before and you've told me. See, and now here we go. Now we could run 12 mile an hour. 55 working days for you. That's gonna come before you know it. Oh. Yeah, and you can't let them have that. You gotta get your vacation. That was a problem that we always had out there is, you know, when I first started in the ag industry, you actually had a little bit of a break and you could get vacations and that in. Well, it's changed to where it's almost like you're spraying all the time. Well, in my position, did I really need to be there because we were spraying? I didn't feel I needed to. But they did, and well, no, you can't take vacation now. Well, why give me vacation if I can't take it when I would like to? I'm on track for 25 weeks of hotel stays, and now they cover all that for you, don't they? I mean, it ain't fun being away from home that long, but I'm hoping they're reimbursing the hotel for you. They're not reimbursing the hotel. That's kind of shitty. Yep, I sure will, John. At least that's the plan. I'll put it that way. Yeah, all I'm going to do here is try to get this baling done and then get everything picked up and back to the farm before the rain comes in. That's all we're doing right now. I think I've only got 3 passes here and this field's done. Hey, I missed some right there. No, I didn't. Come on, Bessie. They book and take care of everything. $40 per day for food. Gotcha. Well, and I'll be honest, if you play it right, I mean, most hotels have a. I'm gonna miss stuff. Most hotels have a a decent breakfast. So you've already got your breakfast taken care of, and a lot of times you can find what we would do is we would find we had a hotel that had a buffet. The full buffet and drink and everything was like $6, you know. And now granted, it didn't have steak and all that stuff on, but it had good food. And so you didn't have anything there for breakfast, because it was right at the hotel you were staying at. As far as lunch went, you had that, or they also had a deal where we could eat at the store, and the store had a special, and it was like 1 hamburger or 2 hot dogs, and I think it had fries and everything with it. And if I remember right, that meal there cost us $5 also. And we had the same thing you did, $40 per day. So then that left you $35 to eat your evening meal. You know, and $35, you know, at that point in time, you could eat about any, you know, heck, I could have went to Texas Roadhouse every night we were there. Yeah, they had me, we had a store, we had a retail store that was, being I was in management, I was not in the union, and their contract had expired, and with the expired contract, they were not allowed to hire anybody until that contract was negotiated and fixed. And what they were doing, what the union chose to do, was instead of doing that, instead of getting it negotiated and getting them changes in there, they wanted to hold off, because the town of Toledo had 4 retail stores that were coming up, and they wanted to get that contract on at the same time that those other contracts were on. They wanted to have all... Come on, Bessie. They wanted to have all the contracts together at the same exact time. You know, I just pulled all this right here, and the baler didn't even go down. So I mean, that's the game they were playing. It was the union that was kind of trying to hold out, because they wanted to make it where if they went on strike, there would actually be 4 stores in Toledo, 1 in Defiance, and 1 in Sandusky. So what they had us do is we would come up as members of management just to keep the store running. They weren't on strike, and the people there didn't want to go on strike. They were happy with what they had. And then the union played this game because they were after more. And they would bring us up, and if we were there for 2 full weeks, which was just 10 working days, they would give us 4 tickets to Cedar Point. So I went up for a whole month. You know, I would go and work in my store was actually in Bowling Green, Ohio. And I would go and work in my store just to make sure the schedule was done, everything was ready to go, plans were together. I would do that, and heck, I could do that in a couple hours, and then I'd turn around and head up to Sandusky. Well, we went for 2 weeks there. I brought Mom, and Austin was still at home. Mom and Austin come up with me, and they stayed there. So, you know, they got the free breakfast too, and they were able to swim and do whatever they would take me to work. Come on, this is absolutely ridiculous. I have all kinds of power on this thing, and I'm at 2 miles an hour. Now do you understand why I'm saying this hill really frustrates me? I knew I had a couple over here, but I'll bet I don't. I got one of them. Smacked a bale. Didn't mean to do that. But yeah, I mean, with that setup, we had her made. It was actually pretty cool. This field here isn't near as bad to do. It don't have the hills and that in them. I'll be honest, the guy in the seat that keeps leaning forward and shifting gears and shifting gears and shifting gears, I'm tired watching him. Oh Lord, we got a goat in here. Hey Coburn, how's your day going? Happy Wednesday. I snuck in long enough to I got to get this baled. We got rain coming in 3 o'clock, so I'd kind of like to get this baled, get the bales picked up and up to the house. We still have a fair amount of corn and beans that we got to plant yet, but my thought is we can do that here in the future. Yeah, see, this in here ain't near as bad. We're able to run right along at 8 mile an hour. We are definitely kicking the bales out, though. Not bad this week. Been working a group of new hires. Oh, that's right. That's right. This was new hire week. Yeah, I don't know. I'm my goal was to be done by 4. I ain't even got anything picked up yet. Like to try to get everything picked up that's possible, and get it up to the barn. But that, you know me, that's not a 10-minute job. I know there are folks out there that can do it that way, but I'm not one of them. Haven't planted this field yet. We are going to make sure that we actually get the baler down. I've been having some issues with that. Not sure what farm we'll be on tonight. I'm thinking we're going to be on the IRL farm and maybe start getting into harvest on it. I need one of them balers like I see a lot of other people having. It's like 50 meters wide. One pass across the field, 12 bales all in a row. Poof, done. I don't know if I'm going to be able to spin and grab them right there or not. We get pretty close to the woods. There's a tree right there. Am I going to make it around that tree? I am. Yeah, baby. Actually look like I know what I'm doing there. Gonna be a big line right here. We're gonna throw a few bales out on this pass. It does. It seems like this is so slow. If I'm only going to load the trailer one bale at a time, I don't think I'm even going to bring that weight up here. Where that weight comes in handy is when you're doing 2 bales. Three of them side by side. I did see a clump of grass over here that I didn't get. Oh, I just passed one. I'm still not going to get that one. There you are, 2 little pieces. We'll get them knocked out. You know what? I just drove over them and the baler was in the air. This could be a little bit of a challenge here too, because we're fiddling right on the very edge of the map here, and according to Smethwick, you can fall off of this map. I'd rather not take that tumble, especially in a piece of equipment. I mean, I've heard of rolling something, but good God, that'd be bad. These are pretty big, pretty wide swaths here too. We should get quite a few bales running through here. Almost want to go over. I can finish that when I get up here. I got some right there to my left to clean up. It looks like I got a pretty good down and back here. And I've got quite a few bales here too. Yeah, I don't know, maybe we can't bring the gooseneck back. I mean, the gooseneck, we could load quite a few more on it, but the gooseneck has that wool on it, and we can't really. I don't want to sell that wool yet because the price is up substantially next month. You know, we've held it this long. Let's keep a hold of it, and I knew I wouldn't get all that. Let's keep a hold of that wool and wait a month and make a little extra money, because in the first few seasons here we're 100% survival mode, just to get through things here. Something else I got to figure out on YouTube. So I put the thumbnail up, and it for some reason has me sideways. So I don't know why I'm sideways, but I am. Need to find a way to get that fixed. Hey, you know what? I can set GPS right here. That's pretty slick. I got a gallon jug of water here for the pups, but they can't have it till I'm done with it. Always get it emptied out, and then I pull the label off of it, And we generally try to give it to Gibbs, because even though he's bigger, he's a little more easygoing, and Ziva's just going to take it from him. So we'll give it to Gibbs to give him first dibs, which I think Ziva may be saying, hey, you know, why him and not me? But we'll give him first shot at it, and then oh, there's some right there too. I still missed half that. But we'll give him first shot at the bottle, because it takes her no time. She'll steal it from him. And he lets her. It's like, come on, dude. That was your bottle. Defend your bottle. I got just one little spot there. Baling's done. Let's see here. And away we go. We got quite a few bales this time. Quite a few bales. Also need to fill this tractor with diesel. This thing is a diesel hog compared to the other two. Now we normally have 2 wagons to pick this stuff up, but we don't right now because the one wagon's got seed corn on it. I mean, I guess we could go up and pull the seed corn off and put it in the shop, have 2 wagons to do this, make it a little faster. Wouldn't have to make as many trips up. Here before too long, we're going to have to move corn head. We're going to have bales getting into the corn head. Jump down here real quick and repair this thing. Might as well just leave it right in here. It ain't hurting anything right there. Okay. Now off to the fun part. I have to find the bale hooks. Get a hold of them. Might as well go get the bale hooks first. Pretty sure they're over here. We know we want to put a Kwanzaa hut back here at the back. We know where we want to go with it also. Okay, go up a little. We just don't have the money to put it in yet. So since we're only doing them one at a time, I'm not even grabbing that weight. Question if we can't get 10 bales per row or per layer on this. Put one right smack dab in the center, going back and forth, and then run the other two long ways side by side on the front and the back. Get 5 per layer. I'll almost bet we can. But I'd also bet that on the weight of the bales, that may be a little bit too much for the axles of this trailer. Someone seen me out here running this the first day I was doing it, and hey, I can send you an auto pickup trailer. I'm gonna be honest, I really don't want an auto pickup trailer. I want the challenge of it. That was the whole idea of it. I also wonder if I can. I know I can get them 3 high. If I put 12 bales on this trailer, would this tractor pull them up the hill to get up to where we're going? I'm also going to do something different right here. I had it down here in a corner, and I had a heck of a time with it. I'm going to go clear to the far end. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think there's 9 bales down here. Yep, I'm seeing 9 bales on this end. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It looks like there's 6. Nope, there's 7 bales on this end. So I'm going to try the wagon right here. And we'll see if this makes sense. We're going to drop the wagon right here. We're relatively flat. We're leaning, but we're relatively flat. I want to get over here where I need to be, and this is where I'll go to blue. Why I got that crooked as all get out, and I'm not sure on what side of the tractor I want to be, or the wagon I want to be. Did I say I had 7 here? So I got 2 wagon loads in this field here alone. Is it bad that I'm sitting here, I'm leaning my head to the left like it's going to help me see a little better? I didn't get lined up on him the way I wanted to. Try this again. Wow. About had a catastrophe right there. See, I'm trying to drive forward. The only place that I see that weight would help me is it may give me a little more traction. Come on, let's go. See, I'm sliding backwards and I cannot get her to go. I'd almost think having that bale should give me all the... Whoa, 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 up. Up. You know, and I tried going from the top side of the trailer and had issues with that also. I think I have one more bale on this end of the field. See, I'm just going uphill. I ain't even got a bale on. I'm going to need more horsepower for this fiasco. That's what I thought happened. Okay, that should be all the bales on this end. Just a tractor. Just the tractor. See if I can grab one down here and we'll finish filling that. Like we got one right here. Nope, that ain't what I wanted. I wanted to do that. About afraid to go too fast in on this corner. Roll a whole daggone tractor. Got that at a little bit of an angle. So here we go with this again. I don't know why it's delaying me there. It's got to be the tractor mod that's doing it. No, stop! That ain't what I wanted to do. I wanted to... After doing all that, now I look like a monkey screwing a basketball. Just trying to get the forks down. That trailer there is actually not too bad loaded. But I'm going to be honest, I'm going to go through Hades pulling it out of here. Should have parked it at the top of the hill. It does me no good to go to high 3 right now, or high 2 right, no, high 3 right now, because my RPMs ain't all the way up. It's going to shift me right back. We'll try it. Yep, not enough smoke to do it. And it dropped me clear back down to low. I need to find me a red mod, a red tractor that I can put a front end loader on, that's got 150 horsepower. So here goes 9 on my way up. What am I seeing here? I mean, the 1206 pulls the brake, but you can't pull the baler with it. You can't pull anything else. I mean, we had a 986 pop up in the shop, used, for a decent price. Didn't have a cab, which we don't have to have. But I'd almost rather be in the line of the 1086, 1486, something like that. Something's got a little more ponies for pulling that baler. And if we could get something like that that also had a front end loader on it, it'd make this job a lot easier. See, there we go. Now we're high 3, high 2. Once we cross this hill, we got her made. Who can do it? Let's go. Something else I need to find, the Cyclo Air 800 6-row. I think we mentioned we're going to go to the John Deere 8-row next year. We'll get off this 694, go to an 894, give us an 8-row. For some reason, this 694 is showing red or showing white closer wheels. They're not white. They should be black. They're rubber wheels, but it's going to be the planter right up here on the right. It's the corn planter. Go to an 8-row head or go to an 8-row planter. We'll have to harvest straight because that combine won't run an 8-row head. Too much going on, too much feeding in. We got to stick to a 6-row. We end up at some point going from that Gleaner M up to maybe an L. In all honesty, I'd rather jump clear up to the L2. Give us a little more grain bin capacity as well as the extra ponies. That would be pretty slick. So now I'm not real sure. We may have to pull a corn head out of the way there. Matter of fact, I know we're gonna have to pull a corn head out of the way. So speaking of the Gleaner, backing straight out, I should be just fine. That Kwanzaa hut back there will also give us a pretty nice place to put the bean head in. You know, actually get we really don't need a header cart. All of our farm right now is right here together in one spot. We have no clue what we're looking at harvest-wise, bushel per acre. I know the prices that he put on this map. I'll be honest, I really like the pricing that he is using. It's realistic. You know, so many maps has soybeans 40 plus dollars a bushel. I'll be dead honest, if I could get $40 a bushel, I'd have nothing but soybeans planted, for sure. So let's unhook that. Let's unhook that. We'll get our first bale in here. Now, without the weight, I'm going to try something here. This could be borderline sketchy. I know with the weight I can get 2 of them pretty easy. And I know with the weight I cannot get 4 of them at all. But if I pull them off slow, okay, so what we're going to do here, yeah, see, I got so much weight I can't, I'm actually trying to back up and it's not backing up. Now I'm trying to go forward and it won't stop. I'm going to end up in the sheep pen. Okay, we're gonna do a fast one right here, because I'm not gonna go through that. I'm not doing them one at a time. Ain't even got them top forks in. That was an oopsie, wasn't it? This is an OSHA violation just waiting to happen. Too far. Couldn't tell where the trailer was. Try that one more time, Johnny. The other day I did. I got a little ballsy and I grabbed a hold of 4 bales at the same time. Better go down a little bit. Let's see if we can actually get the bale forks in these. Some people like driving straight on. Some people like in cab. I haven't found mine. Nope. I haven't found my niche yet. Let's go up. Forks down. Down a little bit. Y'all ain't got to worry about me in the bale stacking championship of the world. I can tell you that. That one there I'm not going to take the blame on. That wasn't my fault. Whoa. Up a little bit, Johnny. It did. It brought us clear up here. We're going to have an entire wall right there before we're said and done. Come on, baby. Go down with it. Unhook it. Let's grab a wagon. Let's not run the wagon over. Now this field ain't been planted yet, so I'm not afraid to run kind of around the side of it a little bit here. Would like the tractor to shift. Let's move. I think I'm smelling Mama making hamburgers. I'm gonna be honest, them smell pretty good. When I get back here, I am going to peek in the store real quick and just see what would be the best. See if there's something in there, because that's I think we replace this tractor here, and we replace it with something that has 50 more horse. 70 more horse. It just, you know, but it's got to have a front end loader on it. We got a 10 and a 1586 there. But this one here, it would probably pull the corn planter. We could use it on the corn planter. We could use it on the rake. Doesn't make a lot of sense to have a tractor that, you know, on the farm that's all it does. When it's the only tractor we got that's got the front end loader on it. So if money was not an object, we would we'd just keep it. We'd have two of them with a front end loader. We'd put the forks on this one and use it to keep the wool out of the drop zone. We will have to go about 2 o'clock today. We'll have to go in game time, that is. We'll have to go and put the seed corn wagon. We'll have to put the seed bean wagon, get them put back in the barn. We'll have to hook onto the wool with the pickup truck, back that gooseneck in a barn, just so we're ready for that rainfall. So I've got a couple more loads here I got to do. I'm probably going to save these for the next time around. What I am going to do real quick, I do want to look right here with you guys. In that medium tractor range, we definitely can't afford anything new. This is probably a little newer than what I'm looking. You know, here's a 10. Here's a Hydro 186, which would be that would be a nice one. This one right here would have more of the horsepower we're after. There's our year. Let's say that we did put the duals on it, and oh nope, we don't want plowed. I thought I had the option to put weights on it. Oh, I do. Okay, so let's say we put all that weight on them rear tires, and I want to see, I think I have an option. I do. I have an option for a front end loader. We put our turn signals on. I mean, that you have to do that over here. Control center add-ons. This is going to be your. I do like them. Put the grips and that stuff on. Weights. See, I don't like them. I don't like the new weights. I like the old weights, so it does look realistic. There's 1,100 pounds on the front of it. Rear attach. We do want the third there. I do want the extra lights. We'll leave this in that way. I do believe I like that cab best. This in here for shits and giggles will go chrome exhaust. And I thought I had, yeah, I do have interior package. So that's the Western. The game calls it Western Deluxe, but I always heard it called Western. It's kind of more of a leather, a tan interior. Then the next one should be the red. They call that the burgundy package. And then this one here is standard. Well, if I go to burgundy, it's only 200. Western 650. You know, we may do this in a burgundy, but we're at $41,000 here. You know, so this is definitely after harvest. Well, I don't know. 41,000. What will we get for trading in the 1206? Yeah, see, for $5,900, you almost don't even want to trade it in. You just want to keep it on the farm. We could use it just for raking and for keeping the wool cleaned up. I mean, but if you're not going to get anything from it, why trade it in? Doesn't make a lot of sense. We could get a little more trading this in. Hey, Scurvy, how are you doing, buddy? You know, and then in these, this is the two we got here. But another one that I thought of looking at, and I'd almost like to go here at some point. I don't think we're ready to go here yet, but I'd love to put an anteater on the farm. I don't like how they did the numbering on these, but we would go to the big boy, 235 horse. I don't believe that was actually an option in the factory, because the way it turned, your outside dual and the front and back would hit each other. This was an option you could do, but if I'm going with an anteater, I'm just going to put weights on them. Well, that's actually wide tires and weights. Standard. Wheel weights. Wheel weights too. Okay, so this just adds more wheel, or more to it. Do they have a good set of Michelins I can put on? They do. And I could do the same thing there. So, you know, but here, $186,000 for 235 horse. That's just asinine. You know, if we're going to do that, let's bounce up here and let's scroll down here. There's an old Versatile we can put on the farm. We can move it up to the 895. We can put the snap-on duals on it. 310 horse, $35,000. I mean, that's a pretty good deal. I don't know what the small option is. 220 horse. You know, I'd want a little more than that. 235, 250, 280, 230, 250, 280, 310. I think that's the big boy right there. Yeah, it was. 310 for the 895. What was this other one here? The 850 is 280 horse. Now you're running old school Versatile. That would allow us to get a bigger cultivator. That would allow us to get a bigger chisel, different stuff like that. I eventually am going to get into this stuff here, get into those magnums, but it's going to take a little bit of time to get there. You know, that's just the way that everything works here. So, guys, I'll be honest with that. I think I'm going to call it for the day. I will be back 7 o'clock. Most of you know what I'm talking about. I'm gonna take a little. I'm gonna sit down in a recliner, take a little nap for a few. Just being honest with you. But with that, I don't know. We may be back on here tomorrow. It'd probably be the afternoon time, just like this one here. But I'm not sure yet. This week here is getting Mama ready for the fair, and it's all going to revolve around making sure that I'm doing what I need to do to help her. But with that being said, guys, we're going to step away. You guys have a wonderful day. Thanks so much for hanging out. I truly, truly appreciate it. See you next time.